How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Sentinel, Psy-Freak, Deadeye, Commando, Psy-Freak, Saboteur, Sentinel, Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice, a reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, It's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress, and as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind, a reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. A classic. So much damage. Misery. Oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Finding things both here and there. You're fresh out of key energy. emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Wow! Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. There are few records of the chain of events that led. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they... That's shutting good. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize. The child could have... It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would... There's no doubt you're the child. It was after the attack that the... asks if you were The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to... Only time will tell. At least his in... You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. Now that you've seen the Nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. He says you... He lost you there. The trees... The genetic evolution... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are... He wants you to... Regardless, you'll meet again once... You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the... Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the... He won't... He's great.
Ah! That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts.
Always making this...
And you're always...
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. The Myriad tribe is likely to... regardless of who you choose. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Biomutant vai beboko kontabe ukambun ang unak satuata bob kila u denu kun kutuvun pop yuba.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. Steel. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at... The Sifu's door is...
Sipi? Lappanen aginkanman. Geradna falo kutut mus. Tugai la wute.
He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's seat. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a... The Sifu says sometimes... You're... The Sifu... If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope. The Sifu was waiting for... Their kin have run out of options and found them... He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Guaremba.
You both.
Gela wala click click dari genkin ala dubai.
Once you've dealt with the...
Gela masa mofete.
They...
Follow matati. Balam wen denke. Flade tik. Buka no sada.
Anyway, the memories you make with your
Kara moti.
The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Doesn't know if the Sifu will have time for you. He... Anyway, the memories you make... Let's see. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingle. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. He asks how you are today. Goop, he wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swim. He thinks you should really know how to swim. Why? He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? He says, but you need practice. Lots of practice. He's sure you'll have to face the consequences. You just need more time in the surf. That's the... Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot.
Antoro.
You promised you
Amun.
the dedication.
Amun.
You should know.
Ruhemuktu. Yo no massaman barut.
She'll see.
Katjak doppelutta.
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. You... He wonders what usefulness you found. He can work wonders with almost any... That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. You did well, but he can't help. He understands, but hope. It looks like she's... You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You've always... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. He... She asks if you're hurt. What?
Asadurutu, asilnatu, narolute.
It's time to focus on your training now.
Kodotuku.
You won't need... Here's someone close to...
Chérie la fille, unududu,
He asks if...
waxandonane, sarevaniat zap. Maskilka Michal Tagup Kumo wins some lemma. Ja, kual mustakaba, uven karota, achinomo.
Narolute.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Brumblele marsamaldu.
Hopes you're...
Kentsib, volak beri, dropalo.
But there's enough time...
Anora kapapom. Anora kapapom.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so...
Katyak dopoluta.
That...
Orasa duru. Asilnatu.
You should go see him.
Tukonda.
Catchy.
Beri.
Your Muma says she's...
Kuri. Katyak dopoluta. Kanorut. Sana yot. Kya. Pendrine senema.
Rest, and you'll find strength for Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The timer.
Inadaldu. Inadabzunka.
There's nowhere to run to this time.
Gendrana mala. Asilnatu.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead.
Andro?
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Mysteries unlocked. Nothing gets past you.